TitanX is going absolutely crazy, but it's only going to get crazier. Let me explain. What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘵𝘰𝘮, and I truly appreciate you for being here with me. So as you can see through the thumbnail, TitanX is going to grow by 400x. And it's not going to naturally grow by 400x. It's going to grow by 400x if you use the strategy that I'm going to explain right here. It's absolutely amazing. But before that, I have some announcements. I'm not going to be able to make any videos for the next week or two. That's because I'll be working extra hard on finishing up my course. So put down in the description what you would like inside of that course, and I'll add it to the list of things that I want. It's going to be an awesome course. You're going to want to get it. It's pretty good. Teach you everything. It's going to help you make a shit ton of money, more money than you're already making right now because you're watching this video, right? But I'm going to give you extractions, how to do your Bitcoin, how to secure everything that you need, and all the strategies that you need to make even after the bull run is over. Like the bull run is going to be over in like 2026. The market is going to crash in 2026. So people are still definitely going to be poor after that happens. Bitcoin goes in cycles, right? But I'm going to still teach you how to make tons and tons of money, even during that negative aspect. And of course, how you make money during this, the next year or two, or whatever. So write down what you want me to teach you and I'll add it to the list. So I'm going to have to take a break for a year or two. Okay. So how do we do this and how can we make tons and tons of money with TitanX? Well, first of all, I have a video, or I have an article actually from a guy named Cryptographics. He also has a YouTube channel, I guess. Go look him up. He has 3 main strategies to maximize your mining with TitanX. So there are 3 main strategies, but I'm going to focus on the 3rd one, okay? And before that, we can look at the price of TitanX. How's TitanX doing right now? So yes, TitanX is already up. TitanX constantly grows. TitanX is up 107% in the last 2 weeks. And today alone, it's already up 18%. Okay, so it is going to grow absolutely dramatically. So what are the strategies? Okay, so the first strategy that he says is max mining. Okay, so this is when you go to TitanX website and then you choose to mine some TitanX and you get ridiculous returns. In fact, let me show you right now. When you go to TitanX and you choose to mine it, if you choose to mine it for about 9 months, which is 280 days, you get a return of 2,482%. So that means you can turn $400 into $10,000. Ridiculous. And here's the crazy part. It's not even that small. So in like 21 days, you can turn $400 into 1,135. So that's more than double the amount. TitanX is absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like this. I've never been more excited about a token like this since Xen. Okay. And then before that, I was excited with Pulsechain. And before that, I was excited with HEX. So all of those coins that I listed are going to do at least a 100x. Pulsechain is probably going to do a 800x from its all-time low. TitanX is good. I mean, obviously right here is already showing you that it's going to do a 24x, 25x in just 9 months. And that's if the price of TitanX stays the same. And we all know that the halving event is going to happen in April. So that's going to make things shoot up. Cryptocurrency in general, even without the halving, is going to increase in value. So that's going to make TitanX shoot up. More people are going to see the profits that you get from TitanX. So that's going to make it shoot up. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Okay. So you just pick however much you want to do the staking for. Pay for the stake. You can change the amount of power. Look at my previous videos. I show how to do that. You can change the amount of power to 10 or even to 1, right? You can pay as low as $4. And if you do $4, you can change $4 into $107 as long as you're willing to wait 8 months, 9 months. Okay. So it's crazy. It's crazy. You can do as much or as little mining power as you want to do. This is a crazy process. I don't know what to say. Next strategy is the laddering strategy. Okay. So this is when you do the same thing, the mining. You do a mining for 30 days. So you get a little bit of money, but not as much as you would get it when you do it for 60 days or when you do it for 90 days or when you do it for 120 days. Do back and back and back. And that's what I do right now with my ZenNFTs on Ethereum and all the other chains with my ZenNFTs. And then I do that even on the 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘦 I have 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕 on Optimism, I have 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕 on Ethereum, and I have 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘕 on Pulsechain. Okay, so do all that. I mean, but the most important part is the compounding. Okay, so let's get into the compounding. Compounding is the act of selling TitanX. Okay, let me make it bigger for you to read. Is the act of selling TitanX from a miner when it is a profit for Ethereum and restarting the mining process with more Ethereum that you began with. Okay, this can be done conservatively or aggressively because TitanX has a difficulty aspect to mining. The minimum mining day at current prices will always get slightly longer when trying to compound. Okay, when trying to compound at the most profitable and riskiest threshold of the system. So yes, TitanX gets harder and harder to mine the more that time goes on. Okay, that's because of the difficulty increases every single day. You see right here, the next difficulty increases in 14 hours, and it does this every single 24 hours, every single day. Okay, so as time goes on, it gets about 9 days longer to do 150% growth. I'm going to show you in details. Okay. The fastest way to compound possible is to go to the TitanX app, blah, 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 and try to do a 100% ROI. And this is the highest risk reward play, as doubling your money every 14 days or so is far more lucrative than a max miner. It's true. If you take your money, so here's the crazy part. How long if you take the number one and you double it, how long is it going to take you to get to 1 billion? So if you double it to 2, double it to, and then you double it again, and you double it to 4, and you double it again, and you double it to 8. How many steps until you get to 1 billion? Now you guys are saying, oh, damn, that's a lot of steps. Maybe 500 steps, maybe 400 steps. No, it's about 30 or 31 steps to get to from 1 to 1 billion. It's crazy. And the same thing can happen with TitanX. Although there's limitations with gas prices and even the amount of TitanX that's available, I'm not going to make you go from 1 TitanX to 1 billion, but I will show you how much money to make. It's crazy amount. Okay. So he says right here, we can back off those days a bit and do a 20 to 25 day miner, or even longer depending on your risk tolerance, to go between 200 and 300%. So he's like, try to do it between 100% and 300%. What I recommend is doing 150%, because that's going to take about 19 days at the beginning at least, and then it's going to grow to like 28 days or so like that the next time, so on and so forth. Okay, you are effectively playing a trader's game the shorter the miner you create. Understand this and heed this as a warning of how easily short miners can go against you when playing the minimum time frame. Yeah, so don't do the minimum. Don't do 100, but I do recommend that you do about 150 to 160. And then he talks about Hyper, which hasn't come out yet. I'm going to do a video about Hyper when it comes out. Anyways, the only way you get Hyper is by burning TitanX. Hyper is very similar to DXN. You can only get DXN by burning Xen, and there's many different aspects that you can use with Hyper, many different arbitrage opportunities that you can use with Hyper. It goes into detail a lot. Read this if you want to. Okay, but let me show you how it works actually. So I did a cutout right here. So let's try to do a very quick mine. Okay, so a quick mine that's going to cost you about $420 or so, $400 or so. The quickest mine that's going to give you about 150% is to do a 19-day mine. Okay. So in about 19 to 20 days, and it gives you 150%, right? In 19 to 50 days, in 20 days from now, right? 20 days from now is December 19th. You just put in $400 and you're going to get out $1,075, okay? By December 18th, you take that $1,075 dollars worth of TitanX. By the way, you get back $1,075 worth of TitanX. You take that $1,075 worth of TitanX, you convert it to Ethereum, and then you use that $1,075 to then build multiple mines. Okay, so you have to make these mines a little bit longer. Okay, it's going to take a little bit longer for you to get these rewards. Okay, so I'm going to go to batch mining and I'm going to show you the dates. So what we're going to do is we're going to do about so when we take that $1,075 and we put it right here, we want to estimate the amount that is going to cost to start our miners, okay? So you want this top part right here to then say $1,075 or so. And the number of miners that you have to do is about 3, let's say 2.8 or something like that, okay? 2.7, okay? You take that 1,100, and this is about 1,200, okay? But you get it. I did 2.9 number of mines, okay? And you end up getting about $3,136, okay? And this is after, it's not after 20 days, okay? Because it's going to take a little bit longer. So what I do is I add an extra 9 days after every time I compound it, okay? So this is actually 29 days, but don't worry about that, okay? And then I do the same thing. I take that 3,136 and I use it, I convert it to Ethereum, then I use it to compound and build my next miner. Now my next miner is going to be about 6, okay? And it's not going to take 29 days or 20 days. It's going to take about 38 days. And from these 38 days, or it's actually going to be about 7 or so, something like that. And after about these 38 days, I'm going to get about $7,570, okay? Now, you can add 7.5 to make it a little bit longer, different things like that. Make sure that you buy it when the price of the mining is a little bit lower, and you try to end your stake when you get the maximum amount of TitanX. That's going to have to be based on you just constantly looking at charts, but you could just do it automatically. Okay. So I know it's a little bit confusing, but you get the gist of it. Every single time that you recompound, you want it to be about 150 to 160%. Okay. And I want you to do it to about 160% in case the value of TitanX decreases and the estimated ROI of ending your miner reduces to like 100%. You'll still be in profit. And when you're in profit, when it says 100%, that means that you double your money. That doesn't mean that you get your principal back. That means that you double your money. TitanX is absolutely insane. So this 160% means that you're doing 2.5 times your money, your original input that you put. Crazy. Okay. So to make it easier for you, let me show you this chart right here. Okay. So this is how it works. If you start right now, you'll turn your $420 into $1,100 by December 20th. Then on just January 18th, it'll be $3,304. February, it'll be almost $9,000. April 8th, it'll be $23,000. June 1st, $62,000. And then finally, August 3rd is going to be $168,000. Now, why do I stop at August 3rd? That's because a lot of max mints, when a TitanX was created, ended around the middle of August or the beginning of August. August 3rd is before the 208-day period ended. In fact, it's exactly 280 days after October 28th, which is when it came out. So I would suggest that you do it on August 1st or so, just to make sure that you're safe. You don't run into that. And when everyone gets their max mints on August 3rd, you will get your max mint 2 days before August 3rd, right? And this will cause you to sell your TitanX before everyone else is able to sell their TitanX, okay? So you could get the maximum amount. So anyways, this gives you a return of 400x in only 8 months. And that is if the price stays the same. Please keep this in mind. That is if TitanX stays the same. TitanX price is probably not going to stay the same because he put many principles and many vectors into it to force you to force the protocol to increase in price. The difficulty increases, the amount of Ethereum that you need increases, the buy and burn increases as time goes on, proportionally at least. Many aspects cause it to increase. I'm sorry that the video keeps freaking out and stuff like that. My internet is going crazy. Okay. So this is crazy. This is wild. Okay. And I'm telling you this because I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.